Castlevania Symphony of the Night is regarded as one of the best games ever made. Let's find out if this is true. First, let's take a look at the story of the game. Symphony of the Night takes place 4 years after the events of Rondo of Blood and sees the return of Dracula's son, Alucard. But why is he back? Richter Belmont suddenly disappeared a year ago and his friend Maria went on a quest to find him. The young lady stumbled upon a mysterious castle in the woods and disappeared too. The game actually starts with a retelling of the epic fight between Richter Belmont and Dracula. And I just can't talk about this part without mentioning the top-notch voice acting in this game.
You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
I was called here by humans. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Well, as I said, Richter disappeared and Alucard awakes from his eternal slumber to find the vampire hunter. And look what a badass Alucard is. He got an awesome sword and shield and kicks every ass that stands in his way. This changes as the Grim Reaper shows up yet again. Big D asks Alucard to stop his attack on the castle, but Alucard denies him. The Dog Reaper doesn't take well with that and takes away Alucard's awesome equipment. Now it's time for the real game to start. So let's take a look at the gameplay. The first thing you'll notice when starting the game is that the music is just freaking sweet. Right from the get-go, the game sucks you into its atmosphere. Just look at this first few seconds in the castle. Isn't that awesome? Alright, enough of kissing the game's ass. After being robbed of his equipment, Alucard has to collect new weapons to fight the forces of evil. He also gets to collect various magical relics and the familiar sub-weapons. I just don't know what that's supposed to be. I guess Alucard is just happy to see us? But wait, there is more. Alucard has such cool abilities as turning into a bat, a mist form to pass obstacles, and turning into a doggy. And even that isn't all. Alucard can collect several familiars to aid him in battle. Oh, so Curse of Darkness wasn't the first game to use these Pokemons. But this time around, some of them can talk.
I won't let you get in my way.
Symphony of the Night was the first game, publishing history-wise, that introduced the level-up mechanic and ability stats to the Castlevania series. But why? Castlevania legend Koji Igarashi thought that the previous games were too difficult for casual players and implemented those mechanics to make the game easier for them. But don't worry, the game still includes serious staples like zombies, skeletons, and skeletons with guns? What? And I don't think that this game is any easier. I still die a lot. Like, a lot. And yes, of course there are some fun bosses too. But this hentai monster and the succubus are my favorite.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you got. Wait! I beg of you!
Well, that should pretty much cover the gameplay aspect, so let's put this little spoiler warning here to talk about the endgame. Well, Alucard eventually runs into her old friend Maria again. She tells him that she's looking for Richter, and would you believe it, you'll find him shortly after. But something seems off with him. Turns out that he is possessed by Shaft's ghost, who is trying to resurrect Dracula once again. You do succeed in exorcising Shaft, but he summons a second, totally inverted castle you will have to fight through too. Great, I feel nauseous already. Once again you have to collect Dracula's remains and face off with Shaft and the Douche of Darkness. Alucard sends his father back to hell and watches Castlevania going down together with Richter and Maria. Alucard makes a dramatic exit and Maria follows after him. I guess she was swept off her feet by Alucard's charisma.
So, we meet again, Alucard.
It seems so.
But what are my opinions on the game? For starters, it's kinda violent. Just look at this guy bursting into a bloody mess. I like it. And I can definitely say that I can see why people think that this game is one of the best of all time. Do I think the same? It's certainly the best Castlevania game I've played so far. The inverted castle thing didn't really click with me though, because it felt like just another way to prolong the game. But I'm sure that there are people out there who enjoyed that part more than I did. I give Castlevania Symphony of the Night 9 out of 10 ghost shafts.